you guys got to see my miscellaneous / nonfiction / everything that doesn't fit / bookshelves, cookbooks / bookshelf. So, yeah. Over here on the left, we have Habits of Grace, which is a book on spiritual disciplines I'll be reading sometime. We have Being a Sanctuary, which is, it's just kind of a book rethinking how we do church and just like how to be socially conscious, biblical, caring for people. Just really good. The Curious Christian, I enjoyed that one. It was about being a curious Christian. That's what it says on the tin. Adorning the Dark, that's Andrew Peterson's nonfiction debut. I really loved that one. It just taught me so much about being a creative and also a Christian. Let's see if I can say this. Shuga? Yeah, that's good enough. That one was just like on hospitality, but also just like how to build a home that exudes the love of God. And I really enjoyed that one. We have more C.S. Lewis, but this is part of our collection. Of Other Worlds is one that was like his essays on fiction and writing and fairy tales. Had some short stories in the back too. Very good. I absolutely love The Weight of Glory. Every essay in that is a banger. Walking on Water, which is Madeleine L'Engle's like memoir / how-to book. Absolutely amazing. Encouraging. Just beautiful. Generous Justice by Timothy Keller really helped me think through some of the ways how to do social justice, but in a biblical way. And it was very convicting too. Between the World and Me, just eye-opening, mind-blowing, very hard read, but very good. Let's see. I think most of the rest of that is like his scripts and classics and stuff. Up there on the top, because we are just out of space, is Book Love, which is like a collection of comics, like little graphics about just being a book lover. It's all the best cliches, some I hadn't even run across before, and I'm like, this is my life. So I loved it. Alright, so here's some more. We have our collection of Winnie the Pooh's short stories. The World of Pooh. It's got the books, I don't know if it's short stories. I haven't read it in so long. I need to read it again. But I absolutely love that. Gentle and Lowly. I will be reading that sometime soon. Becoming. Absolutely love her, so I need to read that. Never Cast Out. That was one I got for Christmas last year, and I've read a couple by that author. I want to say I've read one by that author, and I'm like, okay, I gotta read everything else she's ever written now. So I'm excited about that one. Gay Girl, Good God, mind-blowing. Structuring your novel and creating character arcs are like very good how-to books on just being a writer, writing something longer than a short story or a novella, which I struggle with. I use the Structuring Your Novel, kind of a just distilled version of that process, to write my own books. Writer to Writer, From Think to Ink, by one of my favorite fairy tale authors. Definitely love that one. It's just more of an encouragement of like how to live a creative lifestyle, but also she gets into like advice on actual writing. Introverts in the Church healed me. Like, it totally healed me. Because there's a lot of talk about how to serve God, you know, with evangelism, with just speaking and things like that, and being outgoing. And I'm like, that is not me. How am I supposed to serve him? And this book was like, okay, so you are useful to God, and here are ways you can serve him. So I was like, okay, that's really cool. My Langston Hughes short story collection, I will be reading that sometime, hopefully soon. Over here on the far left is our Father Brown short stories. Absolutely love G.K. Chesterton. His mind is just hilarious and amazing and theological, and just love his stuff. I wish more of his books were available, but a lot of them are out of print, so I read most of them on Kindle. Then the ones stacked up here, The Art of Cruelty, I'm a little bit nervous about just because of the title, but I've heard it's really good, like examination of how violence is commodified. I don't know if that's accurate. The Read Aloud family, I love reading aloud. That's how I grew up, just a family culture that way. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Homeschool Bravely. She also wrote the Holy Hospitality, can't say the word well, one. And so I'm like, okay, I'll read her other book and see how it is. Last but not least, we have at the very bottom shelf, we've got my complete Sherlock Holmes collection. I am so happy to have that. I adore those books. We've got the first 2 volumes of Every Moment Holy. Really love those. We use them mostly in the context of like family events, because my dad likes to read a liturgy from that, and so we do that. Doctor Who Time Lord Fairy Tales, so clever. It's so much fun. Of course, there's Narnia. And then there's Bluey and Bingo's Fancy Restaurant Cookbook. There's Stardew Valley Cookbook, which I'm planning to cook through this year, like choose one for each season, and then I'm really excited about that. I adore Stardew Valley. There's Cutie Pies, which is my signature favorite pie crust recipe, comes from there. Quiet Power, another book that helped me. It's based on Quiet, but it's like the kids version. So I read it as a teen, and it helped me just come to terms with myself, so to speak. Then we've got The Wires and Nerve duology. Absolutely love those graphic novels. I haven't read the main series, actually, but these are just good on their own, honestly. And then my illustrated copies of The Hunger Games. Yes, I am a super fan. So I'm really excited for when Mockingjay comes out and I can complete those. And then there's a couple more on the top. Nadia Bakes. I recently found that at a thrift store and was so excited because Nadia Hussein is my favorite Great British Bake Off winner. And so I was like, need her cookbook. So there you go.